Alright, this is Professor Hancock, and today we're going to be going over Packet Tracer 2.9.1 and Cisco 1 Network Fundamentals. Alright, so looking at the layout, alright, we see we're in a logical view because we see actual connections here. We see the actual devices and not a physical switch that we got to put on a rack or whatnot. Alright, so we're going to do a couple of basic configurations. Alright, so let's start off first, right? So we see we got a straight through cable going here. We got this. What type of line is that? Broken line. Crossover cable from switch to switch. Remember that in the before auto MDIX, you had to use a crossover cable for light devices. So, I'm going to use a console connection. So we're going to come down here to the connections, and we're going to grab the console cable. We're going to click on the PC one, and we're going to come down here and click on switch A. And I'm just going to do the other one as well. So come over here, do the RS-232. And we'll come over here to the console cable. So, because I'm starting on computer 1, I'm going to go ahead and put in that static IP address. Remember, most of the time, if you're using a static IP address, then it is a device that you need to get to, right? If we don't need to get to the device, then we're going to normally use DHCP. Alright, so we're going to do 10.4. 255.255.255.0. So this is a Class A address, so it gave us a default Class A subnet mask. And in this case, we're going to use Class A and Class B switch as the default gateway. Normally it'll be a router, but in this case, on a switch network, then we're just going to use the switch. Alright, so did we got that? We got that config. Okay, we can't do that. Desktop, boom. Alright, we got that there. Alright, so now we're just going to do a console port into that switch 1. First thing we got to do is we got to change the name. So we're in user mode now. We're going to switch to executive mode, or as some like to say, enable. And we're going to global config with config T. Now we're in global configuration mode. So first, we're going to use host name. This is a command that's going to allow us to change the switch name. Alright, and password for all lines. Alright, so we're going to do line con 0 first, right? That's our console port. We're going to put this password on there. Password XAW6K. Alright, we're going to double check that, and we're going to do login. Boom. Alright, and config T, because I went too far back, and we're going to do line VTY 0 through 15. I do 15 because that's going to take care of it. It's not going to hurt you if you do more VT lines than the actual device has. So we're going to do this, and password. And we're going to use our XAW6K. Boom. Log in. And alright, so we're going to go config T. Boom. Going back in there. Alright, now we're going to do enable secret. And we're going to use 6 Echo Bravo Umbrella Papa as our secret enable password. So now we're just going to do a show run so we can see our running config, right? As we see, our host name is changed and we have an enable secret. One thing now is that con and VT console and the VTY virtual lines are clear text. So we're going to take care of that by going up to config terminal. Boom. And we're going to do service, password, encryption. Boom. Now we're going to do a do. And remember, do lets you do some show commands in global configuration mode. So we're going to do a do show run. And as you see, we got our class 5s. And now we should see class 7 down here on the console line and the VTY line. So now we know our router is, our switch is password protected. Alright, so now we're going to do banner MOTD, message of the day, with our delimiter. We're going to use a $ and unauthorized access is prohibited. Exclamation point. Delimiter. Boom. Alright, so we got that in there. And we're going to do copy run start. Alright, so now we're 31% done. So now we're going to come over here and do our computer B. Give it its IP address. It's going to be 10.10.10.5. Then we're going to come out here 255.255.255.0. And our default gateway 10.10.10.150. And enter. Now we're going to go get our terminal on. Alright, and we're just going to come enable, go into user executive mode, boom. Then we're going to global configuration mode, config T, bam. Now we're going to do host name. And we're going to do class -B, boom. Alright, and line console 0, password XAW6K, lowercase k. Boom. Always be careful with your passwords. Live VTY 0 through 15. Like I said, I normally do just 15. Well, there's a couple things I normally always do. That's going to be no IP domain lookup, and that's because I always forget that one. And normally I'm just going to put passwords on all this stuff anyway, because it's just one of them things you're going to have to do. Login, exit, boom. Alright. And, oh yeah, we got to give our VLANs time. Alright, so now we do enable secrets 6 Echo Bravo Umbrella Papa, boom. Alright. And we'll do our banner message of the day. And then we'll use the delimiter. Unauthorized access is prohibited. Exclamation point. Delimiter. Boom. Alright, service. Password. Encryption. Boom. Remember, you can use the tab key to complete most commands. Alright, now we're at 68%. And we're going to do copy run. Boom. Start. And you always want to remember to save your configs as you're going, right? You never want to get so far deep in there and then something happens and wow, you got to do the whole thing over. Alright, so coordinate day. So we got to do the interface. Interface VLAN 1. We got to give VLAN 1 an IP address of 10.10.10.100. 255.255.255.0. And we do a no shut. And alright, VLAN is up. Now we're going to do a exit, and they do interface range FA01 through it doesn't tell us to do that, so we're not going to do that because it didn't tell us to do it. Alright, we're 80% done. Let's see where we at. What do we need? Alright, VLAN 1. Nope, we're going to have to put the interfaces in there. Alright, so we're going to come up here. Boom, we're back in. Configure. Alright, so now we're going to do interface 0 through 24. Boom. Switch. We're going to do 02 port access VLAN 1. And that's just assigning that range of Ethernet ports to VLAN 1. Alright, so we gave that the IP addresses. Oh, now we got to do a copy run start. Do copy run start. Alright, now we're going to come over here to, and we're going to do the same thing over here. Interface FA01 0/2 through 24. Range. Alright, we'll do switch port access VLAN 1. Oh, no shit. Exit. Do copy run start. And let's see. Oh, okay, yeah, we gotta give them the IP address too. Did we do show run? Did we get this one an IP address for VLAN 1? No, VLAN 1 still has no IP address. Oh, 10.10.10. So 150. It's 100. 255.255.0. No shit. 95. Let's see what we got there. Boom. Class B. We put a wrong IP address in there. Boom. I figured that though. When I saw 100 up there, I figured let's do a show run. Do show run because we're in global configuration mode. And let's see, we got the wrong IP address in here. So we're gonna break out of that. We're gonna go interface VLAN 1. It's gonna put us back in there. We're gonna do a new IP address. 10.10.10.100 255.255.255.0. That's gonna erase the first IP address. So we're gonna do a do show run. Alright. So now we're back in the running config, and notice it remove that IP address from VLAN 1. So we're just gonna do IP address 10.10.10.150 255.255.255.0. And remember, always just do a no shut just to make sure. You hate for you to be wrong. Do copy run start. And it's because the line's not shut down. So we're at 100%. We're done. And that completed the basic configuration for 2 switches and 2 PCs. And this is pretty much what you'll be doing every single lab. You're going to go through these commands right here. We go over in class. These are your basic commands, right? You're going to change the name of the host. The only thing difference is VLAN 1. Later on, as we get into a little bit more deeper, we're not going to use a default anything, right? We're going to put passwords, encrypted passwords on everything, and we're not going to use the default anything. So we'll probably change the default VLAN further in time. As you see, got 98 to 98. All right.